So if you're generating leads using Facebook ads, the number one question you're probably asking yourself is, how can I make sure these Facebook ads will be profitable? Well, in this video, I'm going to go through a very simple formula that you can use and go through the math behind making sure that your Facebook ads are going to be profitable. And by the way, don't worry, even if you hate math and you hate numbers and all of that kind of stuff, everything that I'm going to go through in this video is going to be super simple to follow. So you don't need to be like a mathematician or anything like that. All you need to do is just follow the simple process that I'll walk you through in this video to make sure your Facebook ads are profitable. Now, just before I start this video, I want to make sure that you are in the right place. So this is going to be a video about making sure your Facebook ads are profitable if you run some sort of service-based business. So in other words, you really need to be selling a service or even a product, but mainly a service to a client that is going to be worth usually a few $1,000s. If you sell some sort of a low cost product online in some sort of e-commerce store like Shopify or something like that, then this isn't the right Facebook ads formula for you. This is specifically designed for businesses that are using Facebook ads to, number one, get high quality sales appointments with potential clients, and number two, they actually sell a more of a higher priced service to these clients. So with that out of the way, here's what you need to do to make sure your Facebook ads are profitable. The first thing you need to do when you're running Facebook ads is make sure that your campaign is focused on generating leads. That's the one thing you need to make sure that you do. Make sure your campaign is focused on generating leads, not brand awareness, not getting video views, not getting engagement, likes, and all that kind of stuff. It needs to be focused on lead generation, okay? And then when you're actually generating leads using Facebook, you need to make sure that you have enough leads to really have enough data to be able to make a decision as to whether or not your Facebook ads are profitable. If you've only really generated, 5 leads or 10 leads or 20 leads, it's really not enough leads to really show you whether this is going to be profitable for you or not. So you need to have enough data to make sure you're going to be profitable. So the next question you might logically ask is, how many leads do I need to get on Facebook ads before I know whether my Facebook ads campaign is successful or not? Well, the number of leads that I recommend to all clients is, as a minimum, you should be aiming to get 100 leads, okay? So from every 100 leads, and just by the way, just to clarify, a lead is what I call someone that gives you their name and email, usually in return for some free content, to learn more about how you can help them solve a big, painful problem that they have. Okay, so that's a lead, someone that gives you their name and email. They opt in to get some free content, they sign up to your email marketing list. You've now generated a lead. That's what I'm talking about here. So you need to get 100 of those leads, or 100 people to make that decision or take that action. That's the first thing you need to do. And then from those 100 leads, the next thing you need to make sure that you do is that from those 100 leads, you're getting at least 4 sales appointments, okay? So you have 100 leads and then you have 4 sales appointments as a minimum from those 100 leads. So again, that's the numbers that you should be aiming for. If you're not getting 4 appointments from those 100 leads, then there's something wrong in your funnel that isn't converting well, that isn't getting these leads to be motivated enough to actually schedule an appointment with you. So again, this is just to give you an idea of what numbers you should be aiming for. If you're hitting those numbers, then great. If you're not, you can look at where in your funnel you're not hitting those numbers. Okay, so now that you have 4 high quality sales appointments with potential clients, the next thing that you need to do is figure out how many clients are you going to win from those 4 sales appointments. Now, as a minimum, again, you want to make sure that you're getting at least 1 client from those 4 sales appointments. So in other words, 25% of the people that you speak to should be converting into a client. Now, it could be higher than this, but again, I'm just being conservative. As a minimum, you should be really aiming for 25%, or 1 in 4 people that you speak to who actually convert into clients. Now, the next thing you need to keep in mind is your cost. What is your cost per lead? What is your cost per appointment? And what is your cost to acquire a client? Now, your cost per appointment and your cost to acquire a client will all really depend on your cost per lead. So that's why it's so important that at the beginning of your Facebook ads campaign, you're focusing on generating leads, you're split testing different ads to get a better cost per lead. because the lower your cost per lead, the more profitable your cost per appointment and your cost per acquisition is going to be. So really, it all starts from getting a really good cost per lead to make sure that you're going to be profitable with Facebook ads. And if you're not sure what your cost per lead is, after you've been running Facebook ads for about 7 days or so, Facebook will give you an average of your cost per lead. And then once Facebook tell you what your cost per lead is, you can then continue to do split testing to try and improve that cost per lead over time. Now, let's just say as an example, your cost per lead is $10. So it costs you $10 to get a lead, and a lead is going to be a name and email address with someone that's actually interested in learning more about a problem that you can solve for them. So let's do the math. If you're paying $10 for a lead and you need to get 100 leads to figure out if you're profitable or not with your Facebook ads campaign, that means you're doing $10, which is your cost per lead, times 100 leads, which means your cost to get 100 leads is going to be $1,000. Okay, so that's going to be your cost if you have a cost per lead of $10. Now, again, let's do the math. If your cost per lead is $10 and you're getting 100 leads, from those 100 leads, you're going to be getting 4 sales appointments. So that means you're paying $1,000 to get 4 sales appointments, or in other words, your cost per appointment is going to be $250. And then once you're getting those 4 sales appointments, you're going to be getting 1 client. Okay, from those 100 leads, you're getting 4 sales appointments and 1 client. And that means that if your cost per lead is, as we mentioned originally, $10, to acquire 1 client after you've paid for 100 leads, your cost to acquire a client is going to be $1,000. So then what you need to work out is how much money do you generate when you win a new client? Because that's going to be able to tell you how profitable your Facebook ads campaign is going to be. Now, my recommendation is that whenever you're running Facebook ads and you have some sort of service-based business, you need to make sure that when you win a new client, they're going to be paying you double, or at least double, what it cost you to acquire that client in the first place. So that's to make sure that not only are you breaking even, but there's actually quite a bit of profit when you're winning a new client, so that you can continue to grow your business and continue to reinvest some of the money that you win from getting a new client back into more ads, so that you can continue to win more clients up to the level that you want to grow your business. And that's why I mentioned in the beginning of this video, if you are selling like some sort of low cost product in an e-commerce store, this formula doesn't work. This only works for service-based businesses that sell some sort of service at a higher price. So anyway, as you can see, to make sure that you're going to be profitable with your Facebook ads, all you need to do is make sure that whatever your cost per lead is, multiply that by 100, because that's how many leads you're going to have to get. And then once you've got that number, whatever your cost per lead is times 100, then you need to work out from those 100 leads, or whatever you've paid to get 100 leads, if you win at least 1 client, are you going to be profitable? Are you going to be really making more than double what it cost you to acquire those 100 leads in the first place? And if you are, then great, your Facebook ads will be profitable. If you're not, you need to go back and look at where in the funnel is it not profitable. So is your cost per lead, for example, too high? If it is, then through split testing, you may be able to reduce that cost per lead so that it is profitable. Or maybe the service that you offer to clients is maybe priced too low, so that even if you have a good cost per lead, because maybe let's say you're just charging, I don't know, $500 when you win a new client, it's going to be very difficult, if not impossible, to actually be profitable because you're pricing your service too low. So again, you can play with this formula to work out what is going to be right for you to make sure that your Facebook ads are profitable. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, wait a second, but what about the other 99 leads that didn't convert into a client? So we've only had 1 client from those 100 leads. What about the other 99 leads, right? Are those leads never going to convert into a client? Well, no, not at all. In fact, those leads can definitely convert into clients later on down the line. And that's why your follow-up process is so important. Again, if you want to be making sure that your Facebook ads are going to be as profitable as possible, you need to have a strong follow-up process, because most of the money and the revenue and the clients that you generate from your Facebook ads is actually going to come from the follow-up. Okay, so from the follow-up emails that you send to your leads, to those people that haven't converted straight away. And also remember, I told you should be getting 1 client convert from those 100 leads as a minimum. If you get 2 clients, then you're even more profitable. If you get 3 clients, again, you're even more profitable, and you can keep going on like that. And just because those other 99 leads haven't converted right now, it does not mean they won't convert in the future. So what you need to do to make sure that your Facebook ads are even more profitable is make sure you have a strong follow-up process so that the leads that don't convert straight away can convert later on down the line. Now, personally, I think the best way to do this is by using email marketing, okay? And I also recommend just automating this step. That's what I do in my own business. That's what I do for my clients. We just automate all the follow-up emails. So that way you don't have to think about it. You generate a new lead, you have emails that go out every day or every week, just happening automatically, and you don't even need to think about it. It just happens and it takes care of itself. And then when people are ready to work with you, they will actually reach out to you to work with you, to schedule an appointment with you, to learn more about how you can help them when the time is right for them. And for some leads, this might take a few weeks. For others, it might take a few months. And for some, it might even take years before they actually convert. But the important thing is that you need to be there. You need to be the one continually following up with them, providing them with value, helping them until you build up enough trust that they actually want to work with you, or until it's the right time in their life or in their business that now is the right time for them to actually work with you. Now, here's the really beautiful thing about this strategy when you're generating leads. If you're generating 100 leads every single month, here's what can happen. The first month that you're generating 100 leads, you're only going to win 1 client, right? Because those other 99 leads haven't converted yet. But when you keep generating 100 leads every month, and again, it could be more than 100 leads. I'm just using that as an example to keep things simple. But if you are continually generating 100 leads every month and you're following up with those leads, by the 12th month, or maybe by the 13th or 14th month, you're going to notice that you're not just getting 1 client convert, you're maybe getting 3 clients convert or 5 clients convert that month. And then you might think, oh wow, my leads are suddenly really converting much better than what they were a year ago. But when you actually look at those leads and you see where they're actually coming from and when they've actually converted, you'll notice that the conversions you're getting, it may be the 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th month and so on that you've been doing this for, those leads that are converting into appointments and then into clients have actually been on your email list for maybe 6 months or maybe 12 months or maybe 3 months. And the reason you're suddenly getting a lot more clients is because you've been following up with them, and it has like some sort of compounding effect where the longer that you do this for, the more appointments and the more clients that you win over time. Because like I said, by the 12th month, after you've been doing this for about a year, even though you're still just generating 100 leads every month, the amount of leads that you're generating is staying the same. Because you've got leads that you've been following up with going back quite a few months, those leads are now starting to convert into clients. And that's where you can still spend exactly the same amount on Facebook ads to get exactly the amount of leads, the same amount of leads every month, but your conversion, the amount of clients that you actually win, will be higher. And again, it's all because of that follow-up process. It's all about having a strong follow-up process so that you can convert most of the leads into clients over the long term, not just the short term. And a lot of people miss this step out completely. They generate leads, they see if they get an appointment straight away, they see if they convert into a client straight away, and if they do, great. But then if they don't do anything else with that lead, and that's a huge mistake. And you're really leaving money on the table if that's what you're doing. So make sure that you have a strong follow-up process, because most of your conversions from your Facebook ads and your lead generation campaign will actually happen in the long term, not straight away. So anyway, hopefully this video helps you work out if your Facebook ads are going to be profitable or not. And it's just a very simple formula that I follow for my own business and my clients to help make sure that whenever you're running Facebook ads, you can ensure that you're going to be able to get a good return on your investment. Now, if you want to learn more about how to run Facebook ads, then what I've done is I've recorded a step-by-step strategy that goes through exactly what you need to do to get predictable leads and sales appointments and clients every single month using Facebook ads, but also using Google and LinkedIn. So if you'd like to learn more about how that actually works and go through the strategy that I use for my own business and for clients, and I break down everything you need to do so that you can do it in your own business as well, then all you need to do is sign up for the free masterclass training that I've recorded, and I'll include a link in the description so you can sign up for that if you want to watch that. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.